everybody's sexual preferences are straight men. So, would you ever date a bisexual man?
No.
Can you put it in a complete sentence?
Oh no, I would not date a bisexual man.
We can't talk about bisexuality without talking about the down low.
If I know or if I don't know he's bisexual.
You know, if he's upfront.
I actually think it's really normal for guys, just like girls, to be curious.
Weren't you afraid of getting AIDS? Like,
I know that for them, monogamy was actually really important.
Dating, maybe, yes.
Yes, I would date a bisexual man as long as he's committed.
Oh, you mean like while we're together and they're not seeing someone else? Yeah, I agree.
It would have to be like this.
people will say things like sexuality in America or race in America, and there really isn't such a thing.
I first started the Biology Project because it was inspired by a personal experience. I really hope that this gives the opportunity for women to see that, bisexual men don't have one type. They're not monolithic. I think that a lot of women often look at bisexual men when it comes to terms of, being more than just friends and dating as, oh, it can't work because bisexual men are promiscuous, or, oh, they're on the down low, or, oh, I'm going to get an STD, or, they're more likely to give me HIV. And because of that, I really wanted to make the Biology Project to start opening up those conversations.
Like, do you think that bisexual men are more likely to give off like STDs versus like straight men?
Oh, that shouldn't even be like, people should know that, as in, yes, they will definitely give off sexually transmitted diseases.
My first bisexual boyfriend was when I was in college, and it was a guy that I was friends with. We hung out. I thought it was really cool, really fun, and he asked me out, and I thought, and at that time I just thought, but you're gay. I always thought you were gay, and he's like, everyone thinks that. And so I said, well, are you? Because he still hadn't answered the question. And he said, no. So we went on a few dates. We started hanging out. We had a great time and stuff. And I don't know what it was, but I just felt like something wasn't quite gelling, or something wasn't quite there, like there was something more. And so I asked him, and I said, and I don't remember the full conversation, but the crux of it was I asked, how many men have you slept with? Like, have you slept with other men, and how many? And he said, 4. And I thought, that's interesting. When I asked him, when I said, are you gay? He said, no, but I didn't really leave room there that there might be something else, being, for example, bisexual. I never asked that straight out. And so when I asked him if he had sex with other men, then he said yes. So then it was clear to me that he was bi.
I think in my life I've dated 2, well, one definitely bisexual man and one kind of like thinking about it bisexual man. Yeah, you know what, I think I'm probably the easiest person for a bisexual man to date because I made a documentary on bisexuality, and so they kind of know that there's got to be, at least if I'm not open to it, I would be interested to hear about it, and I mean I am really open to it, so luckily, so it comes up pretty early on. I think it comes up for me early on with anyone that I talk to, just because I think talking about sexuality is something that we should be doing more of. Making it a little bit safer to have that discussion, not just about, what our sexual history in terms of like partners and relationships and, have you dated men and women, but also like what do we like, what do we want, like creating that safe space to talk about that stuff is really important to me. So I think for these guys, it did come up pretty early. Like I think one of the guys, he was like single dad, and I met him on the subway totally randomly, and I thought he was so cute, and luckily he had this like really cute, adorable kid who I wanted to cast in a music video that I was making for kids. And when we met up, he was like, well, I'd love to see your reel. We met up to do an audition for the kid. And I think when he saw that I'd made the film about bisexuality, that was when he asked me on a date, because he was like, oh, she's gonna get me and she's gonna be okay with my history, and yeah.
Basically what happened was one of my best friends, someone who meant the world to me, probably one of the best relationships of my life, came out to me after about a year and told me that he was bisexual. The conversation kind of came about because I was unclear about, what was our friendship, were we really just friends? Were we going to be more than friends? And he was just like, Arielle, you're a really beautiful person. He's like, but I don't think you'd be comfortable with my lifestyle for us to be more than just friends. And then he was just like, the truth of the matter is that I'm 100% bisexual. And I was shocked.
Would you ever date a bisexual man?
would I ever date a bisexual man? I guess I'd be open to it. I guess I'd be okay with it as long as he's upfront about it.
Yes, I was upset with him because he did not tell me and be upfront about those things because we had grown very close. But at the same time, I said, Arielle, had he told you in the beginning, would you have still felt those romantic feelings towards him? And the truth of the matter is, no, I wouldn't have. I probably would have put him off as, how I do with most of my gay male friends. You're my gay guy friend. I consider you almost like one of my girlfriends, and that's that.
That's just not my quote-unquote sexual preference. I wouldn't really say sexual preference because basically, I'm a Christian, so based on my my beliefs and based on how what's stated in the Bible, based on how my God wants me to move my life around. I don't believe in dating a bisexual man. It's not of God. I'm sorry.
I really had to look at myself and what are my prejudices towards bisexuality and what don't I understand and what do I stereotype bisexual men to be.
And it's actually interesting because after we broke up, he stopped dating women and dated men almost exclusively. And he told me, he's like, you're actually the last woman I ever dated, which I wasn't quite sure how to take that because I thought either A, I am so much a woman for him, there is no need for anyone else. Or B, I was so neurotic. He's like, I'm done with vagina. I can't take anymore.
I mean, I think it's a sad time to be a bisexual man because I think bisexual women are able to be so open and out there and it's totally accepted and kind of more than accepted. I think nowadays bisexual women are revered. It's it's totally hot. It's every TV show, Tila Tequila, or reality shows now have all these bisexual women characters. But bisexual men, it's pretty misunderstood, I think, still. And there's this feeling that they're lying or that they're not being that truthful, and that also that they're kind of going out of their way to make it hard for to be monogamous, or if they are being in a monogamous relationship with a woman, that they would cheat. But I think a lot of that is just misunderstanding, and I think a lot of it is also that bisexual men have such a hard time coming out to the people that they're dating.